Mathematics Made Easier channel. This is Comfort Summer Quarter, your online mathematics tutor. Today, we are going to talk about the trig ratios. Trigonometric ratios. You can simply call it trig. So trig ratios. There are three basic ratios. We are the sine, cosine, and tangent. We are going to pick them one after the other and talk about them in details. Today we are going to talk about the sine ratios. The sine ratios. We are going to talk about it without the use of calculators, but our fingers. So let's all do those together. You can see that there are 5 fingers. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. This is the little finger. This is the ring finger. This is a middle finger. This is an index finger. And this is our thumb, as drawn on the board. Then, we associate each of the ratios to it, to each finger. So this will be our 0 degrees, our 30 degrees, our 45 degrees, our 60 degrees, and our 90 degrees. But before we start, let's take note that we have a constant denominator of 2, which will be used to apply to all, and a square root, which will also affect all the numerators. Okay, so let's go. We take the little finger, which is sine 0 degrees. When you take it out, this is fingers above and fingers below. Fingers above, fingers below. So we use the fingers below as our numerators over the constant denominator of 2. Good. So taking the little finger out, we ask ourselves, how many fingers do we have below? There is no finger below. Therefore, it's going to be square root of 0 over 2. Square root of 0 over 2. But we all know that square root of 0 is 0. So we do have 0 over 2, which is the same as 0. In view of that, we can conclude that sine 0 degrees is equal to 0. Good. Let's come to sine 30 degrees, which is on our ring finger. For sine 30 degrees, we also count the number of fingers we have below it. How many fingers do we have below? We have only one finger below. Only one. So it's going to be square root of 1 over 2. Square root of 1 over 2. Square root of 1 is 1. So we can conclude that sine 30 degrees is equal to 1 over 2. Excellent. Now, we come to sine 45 degrees, which is on our middle finger. Sine 45 degrees. We also count the number of fingers we have below it. How many fingers do we have below it? We have 1, 2. 1, 2. Then we divide it by our constant denominator 2. So we can say that sine 45 is equal to square root of 2 over 2. Square root of 2 over 2. Then we come to our index finger, which is our sine 60 degrees. For sine 60 degrees, we also count the number of fingers we have below it. How many fingers do we have? 1, 2, 3. Great. So we are going to get square root of 3 over 2. Square root of 3 over 2. The last we have here is sine 90 degrees, which is on our thumb. Sine 90 degrees. So for that one too, we count the number of fingers we have below it. How many fingers do we have below? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we divide it by a constant denominator of 2 and apply a square root to it. So we are going to have square root of 4 over 2. And we know that square root of 4 is 2. 2 over 2. By simple simplification, 2 over 2 is 1. So you see, that is what we have demonstrated here. We have illustrated everything here. We have our sine 0 degrees, sine 30 degrees, sine 45 degrees, sine 60 degrees, and sine 90 degrees. And I've indicated that we choose the fingers below them as our numerators over our constant denominators. You choose the fingers below them as square root of the fingers below them over our constant denominators. How easy it is for us to solve trigonometric ratios using our fingers. It was interesting, right? Excellent. I will encourage you to practice more on your own. Our next class will be on the cos ratio, that's the cosine ratio. So we are also going to use our fingers to prove the ratios. Before I leave, please, we are in the COVID-19 era. Do not forget to observe all protocols concerning it by wearing your nose masks, use your hand sanitizers always, and ensuring social distancing.